This is Dow. Looked like we were kind of sideways week. Started the week down a couple of days. Monday and Tuesday were down. I'm sorry, Monday was down, Tuesday was up, Wednesday was down, Thursday and Friday was up on the Dow. For the Qs, which is a Nasdaq. Nasdaq had a better week. A lot of tech stocks reported within the last couple of weeks, so that's some good earnings reports. So Nasdaq was up pretty good. We'll see a few of those in a second, and let's look at the S&P. And S&P was down Monday and Wednesday, were up Thursday and Friday. So if you own some tech stocks or some just general market stocks that track the S&P 500, portfolio should be going pretty good. So go back and look at the participants list. Let's see. All right. So last week we started something a little new. What we did was we had everyone pick a stock and got those purchases from last week. Let me see what the date was. We'll see what those filled at. Because I think everybody got filled. What's the date? The 7th. Okay. So a little bit. So it's been Monday the 2nd. August 2nd. It's filled here. Okay. So I went ahead and adjusted these based upon the prices that the orders filled that we put in from last week. So I put those market order in, and so they did fill. So that was good. So for those that was not on the call last week, let me get you all a stock, and then we'll go through them. All right. Let's see who all we got this morning. Okay, so Christian and Milton and Lorenza. All right, so Christian, what we did was, one of the things we wanted to change up was each person was going to pick a stock that they were going to track, and in tracking that stock, so you had $5,000 in this account, and what you can do is pick a stock and we'll buy it, and then from there that will be your stock, and then we'll follow it and use the techniques that we cover in the sessions, saying how will you buy or trade it, or long term, or add to it, or what have you. So given that, what stock would you like to have?
Pick from the list on here, or
no any stock, and then we're going to add it to the list.
Okay. I guess we'll go ahead and do hood. I don't think see hood on there.
Okay. Mouse not working. Hold on a second. There we go. All right, hood. All right. El Lorenza, what about you? What stock you want to pick for yours?
Wingstop.
All right. Milton, what about you?
Palantir.
Palantir. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, so each of you have $5,000. How much of that for each of those plays? So Christian, how much of hood do you want to allocate to that 5,000? All or a portion? So I can figure out the share price.
It's gonna be a portion. Go 1,000.
$1,000 worth.
Yeah, that's worth.
All right. So it's at about 55. So it's about 10 shares. 100 shares. I can't do the math. Let's see. 5501. Somebody help me with the math. I'm being dumb this morning. So it's about 20. I think it's about 20 shares. Let's see. It's 20 times 55. If I can keep it's about 1,000 shares there. All right. Milton or Lorenzo, how many of the Wingstop?
500.
$500 worth or 500? Yep. Okay.
$500 worth.
All right. So it's about so 2, 5. So you're talking about probably about 7 shares. Milton.
1,500.
1,500. So you're saying about 5 to 115. Okay. Is that about 150? Somebody help me on my math here. So half of that, about 75. Okay. All right.
Missed me, Mike. This is Walt.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry, Walt. I thought I had you on there. My bad. Thank you. All right.
Let's see. I can't think anything. I guess we'll just go Amazon.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Sorry with that, Walt. And you can only get one share, Walt.
Oh, dang. That's how much?
Right. Amazon's $33.44.
All right. I may change it up and give me a little time, but all right.
Okay. That's good. All right. So thanks for that. So let's look at see how these did last week. Okay. So on the right here, you should be able to see this on the screen. I'm clicking with the mouse, that's why. So if I can put these in order. Let me go back. Okay. Let me sort these. Okay. All right, there we go. So I'll add Amazon. Buy one share. Do that. Market. Okay. So in here we talked about, the process of going through and into these orders. So I'll walk through this for the new guys. So this is Thinkorswim, what I'm showing on my screen to the right here, and it's the mobile version, and so I'm allowed to bring it up. And so I'm in a trading account. It's a paper trade account, and so we're using this in order to track our performance and actually put the orders in. So what I'm doing, if you go here, you can put the ticker in. If I click the little eyeglass on the top right, I can type in the ticker, put the ticker in, and I say, hey, I want to buy. I'll click on the buy. Then I come down here to the, so this is the order. So it reads, so you can see the symbol right here. This is the order type. This is the quantity based upon how many I put in and whatever the amount I put in, then it figures up the cost of the trade. This is time and force for the order, meaning that how long would the order be valid, and then the account. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy that one share of Amazon. All right. So We're going to put it on it's going to be a day order because we're going to put it at a market. So we're going to go to the market type. So here I can go either left or right, go to the different market types. I'm sorry, I said market types, the different order types, and we're going to choose market. I'm buying. And so you see the buy here. If I were to sell, I would just switch it to the left. You can use the colors as an indicator. If it's red, you're selling. If it's green, you're buying. So we're going to buy 1 share. So if I click review, it's going to give me a confirmation page. Typically what I do is I read these out loud to ensure that I put the order in, or the way that I put the order in, that it's proper and it was my true intentions. Because sometimes you can put an order in and you put it in incorrectly. I actually just did that this week, and looking at the confirmation screen, reading it out, it helped me catch my error. So buying 1 share of Amazon as a market order to open the position. So I'm gonna say yes. So I'm gonna go here and just click on paper trade. If you're in a real trading account, I think it would say confirm. So I say paper trade, right? So that's the Amazon. So we do this for the rest. So it's Amazon. We have the next was Milton PLTR. I think he had how many? What do you say? 75 shares. So I'm gonna buy 75 market day paper trade. All right, so we can go a little faster. Hood. As I'm putting this in, did anybody buy any Hood this week? Hood is Robin Hood.
I did.
Okay, you did. Good job, dude. If you don't mind me asking, what was your entry price?
Let me take a look and see what I did. Have my
Okay. All right. And then wing.
1.4 shares.
Okay. What was your average price? Do you know?
Let's see. $45.03.
Okay. Good. Oh, $45. Oh, that was good. That was a good trade. That's a good trade. Well, good entry, should I say? All right. So wing, Planeter, Amazon. Okay, I think it was just 4 of you. Okay. All right. So we got those in. All right. So thank you all for that. So we go back to our positions. All right. So for those that I entered the orders, what happens is that since the market is closed, those orders will not go in until Monday once the market opens. So I put them in as market orders. And the reason for that is we just want to get started, because if I put them in for other orders, they may not meet the price initially. And so your entry price may be a little bit different than what is shown here right now, because this is the closing. And you may get a little bit better, a little bit worse price. And once it gets inputted, when the order fills on Monday, I'll go back through and adjust it to the right price in terms of the entry. So that's that. All right. Let's see. All right. We don't have Siri on today. All right. And she had CHPT. All right. Let's see. So
Hey, Mike, I got a quick question.
Yes, sir.
All right. Last week, I just haphazardly picked a stock. Now, I see a lot of folks are really following some real live trades that they're doing. So I did a little research. I mean, we can use this as a learning tool, but realistically, I'd rather follow something that is more, in line with what I would purchase.
Okay. Well, you had Sun Power. You want to change to something else?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. What you want to change to?
Okay, it's let me give you the ticker. It's SEDG, which is Solar Edge Technologies. It's in the same field, but it's a more of a realistic trade that I would follow.
All right. So
that's a good trade there. I like that one too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me change that up. All right. So okay.
So if
This
we're
is
gonna do it, I
yeah.
figure might as well learn with real live. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's do this for this exercise. This is actually will help. So before Curtis had the sun power, and so now he says he wants to trade it. So let's just actually walk through this. So
Mhm.
we'll say, hey, we're gonna sell the sun power. All right. He had all right. So in the tool, what happens is if you go here, if you click on sun power, you see this little button to the left here. Now, for those of you that are not using TD Ameritrade, so this interface is TD Ameritrade, but it's a Thinkorswim. It's just one of their different types of applications that they can trade on. But if you have Thinkorswim and you're on a mobile device, I'm on an iPhone, so this is the interface that we're using. But so I'll just walk through how this one works specifically. So what you can go down here and do is click on SWPR or whatever the stock is. Once I highlight it, then it would give me the option to say close selected. I'm gonna say yes, right? And then I'm given three options. I can either close with a limit, close with a stop, or close with a bracket. So I'm gonna say close with the limit. Say close selected. Now I don't know why it just only give me that. I'm gonna just change it to a market order, and I want to sell the quantity. So when I clicked on that button, what that allowed me to do is just take the current quantity that I have. Because if you did it the other way, it's just going to come up with a default 100 shares, and that may not match how many that you own, right? Yeah. Okay. And so now, then I'm just go ahead and sell, right? So again, just confirm the market order, 201 shares, cost of the trade, and click on review. Take me to my paper trade again. So read your confirmation out, Kurt.
Hold on 1 second. All right, we're selling 201 Sun Power shares at market to close.
Yep. And so the close means to close the position. So either it's going to say to open or to close. So to close is to close out the position, right? Meaning that you own it and you're trying to sell it so you won't own it anymore, right?
Okay.
All right. So I'll click that paper trade. All right. So now that order's in and it's going to fill. Now, what we'll do is subsequently, we're going to go in. We're going to put the edge in, solar edge. All right. Solar edge, 295. How many shares you want to buy?
All that I have remaining. I want to use the whole, was it 4,300 or whatever it was, 46?
Yeah. So it's probably like, what, 20 shares? Let's see what that is. So it's gonna be a little bit because everybody got about 9, it'll be 3, it'll be 4, almost 5. So it's probably like 15 shares in order to get that. Yeah. I can get a couple more out of there. Let's say 17. 16. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Yep. There you go. So cool. So we'll take that. So 16 shares to buy. I'm gonna do a market order, review, paper trade. All right. So once that fills, we'll go through. So let's see, Kurt. Let's see. All right. So the entry price is 24. So what I'll do is once that trades and it flips over to the new one, and I'll get the order done on Monday, and then I'll put it in, and then I'll put that in the closing trade. And so I'll put your name here for what you bought and what you sold for in that. And then we'll start tracking the performance there. Okay. All right. All right. So series not on. We just got Walt. All right, Brand, let's talk about Facebook. Let's see what it did. So Facebook, your entry was 358.49. So if I were again to go back into here, I can look and see. So if I just scroll to the left, so you can see where here it says trade price right here in this column. So you can scroll and see other statistics on the trade. But the trade price here for 7 shares of Facebook at 359. And so you can see that you're open and It's a little bit off because this doesn't include commissions, but we can just look at it here. So you're up 35 bucks on a trade, on your profit and loss, right? So let me bring up Facebook here. All right, so talk to us about Facebook on the chart. So now that you have your entry, anything you want to do with it, or what are you seeing from the chart, and how would you manage this?
I still want to keep it. Like I said, I knew that it did that pop once earnings came out, and after that, of course, some traders then sold off. But I still want to keep it and let it ride a little bit.
Okay. All right.
But because I only have had 2,500. I do want to put my other 2,500 on Activision, by the way.
Okay. All right. So get our first. All right. Other piece which you want to add. So if I go back to here, what's the ticker brand?
ATVI.
ATVI as in.
Yeah. AT, then Victor.
Okay.
I. Yeah.
All right. There we go. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Capture this row. Okay. And so you had about, let's see, what was that? So other half of that. Somebody do the math for me on that. Was a half was 82, I think is what. Yeah, didn't mean to do that. Come on, please. All right, 82.43. So somebody figure up $2,500 on the 82.43. I don't know how many shares it is.
30 shares.
30 shares. Thank you.
And just to get my rationale there, just since it fell out of favor because of all of the negative news, and I figure it'll bounce back.
All right.
Business is solid. It's just out of favor because of all of the sex scandals, and so people will get over it. Similar to how they got over like Twitter's bad news and all the other good stuff. That's my guessing, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right. We'll come back. We'll come back to that one. Let's go through the other ones, but I want you to give some analysis on that as well. So, all right. Julius on. Oh, I don't see Julius. Okay. All right. What's up, Barry? Christian Hood. Give me some commentary on this. And when you go to your chart, if your chart is not already plotted, let's do some support and resistance on the chart. Don't have a whole lot of data on Hood because it just started trading.
Right.
But let's do support and resistance anyway. All right.
I'm going to assume we can do support at 33.
Okay. 33. All right. Gotcha.
And then let's try resistance right now at that's like 67, 65-ish.
Okay.
And then maybe another one at 53.
Okay. All right. So, all right, let's go back to see what your entry is. Oh, yeah, this is a new one. So your entry would come this week. All right. But on that, so really not much there. What is Hood?
Oh, Robinhood. It's the one of the online broker apps.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you. Is Sharif on? I don't think so. Okay, Kyle's not on. Vanessa, NVIDIA. Let's see what you filled at. Entry price is 192. Is up to 203. Got 20 shares. You up 147 bucks or so. And so we can even see it here in the app. It should be pretty close. Yep. It's a trade price. Yeah, so it's a little bit different. Probably taking into account of commissions here, so it's probably a difference in the $3. All right. So let's look at the chart and give us some commentary on it. Get my chart out the way. All right. All right. What is the chart saying to you, Vanessa?
That it's getting close to the resistance.
Okay. So,
As a matter of fact, that's the high as well.
Okay. So is that all-time high there?
Yeah, it's just the split.
Okay. Great. All right. So you're gonna buy, sell, or hold? What you got?
I'm gonna hold.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Milton, PLTR. What is PLTR? And let's see if we have it charted. Yeah, already got it charted. Talk to us about the chart here, Milton. If you're talking, Milton, you're on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay, Palantir is my future stock. I always get what I call a flyer that I basically buy for long term, hoping to get maybe a 5 or 10x out of it. And I think this is going to be it.
Okay.
Basically,
no, keep going.
Basically, what it is, I think one guy has played the best. Think of Skynet from the Terminator. This is it. This is a software company. Their main client is the government, which is why I like it, because they got a built-in base of business. And now they're going more toward the public sector. And I think that's where as they become more well-known, they're going to really start making a lot of money.
Okay. All right. So just the overview that they have on TradingView says a holding company which gave development of data integration and software solutions, operates through commercial and government segments. The commercial segment offers service to client in the private sector, the government sector, United States government, and non-U.S. governments. It also offers automotive, financial compliance, legal intelligence, mergers and acquisition solutions. Products includes Gotham and Planetary Foundry. I think because I've owned this before, I believe this is that they deal with a lot of data and they use AI solutions in order to mine facts and insight based on the data. So
yeah, more like a predicted type system.
Okay. Yes, sir. All right. So talk to me about the chart here.
Okay, one of the downsides of this stock is it used to be a meme stock and a Cathy Wood stock. So that's where you see a lot of the gyrations going on there.
Okay. All right. I just went to a weekly so we can get a little bit larger view here. Okay. And so for those that don't know, a meme stock is a stock that gets, so there's a group of retail traders that are out there that will get behind the stock and they'll pump it up pretty hard and they'll drop it, just as hard. And so maybe some of this rise was around that. And then the second comment around Cathy Woods. Cathy Woods is a pretty well-known money manager. She has about 6 or 7 funds called ARK, A-R-K. And what's pretty unique about her firm is that each day that they buy or sell something, they make those trades known publicly. And if you sign up on her site, you can see all of the trades that they make. So she has transparency built in. And then they offer research and insight into why they pick certain things, trends that they follow. And so I've been following her for a little while. And so I think she won like portfolio manager or hedge fund manager of the year last year. And she picked Tesla like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago and made a killing on it. So she has she's pretty popular in terms of, picking stuff. And ironically, she's been loading up on Robinhood, if that's any consolation for you, Christian. But yeah, so that's who Kathy Woods is. Now, in terms of this chart here, Milt, what are you seeing?
Full disclosure before we go too much in there, and just in case anyone is taking this for real trades, I think you understand, Mike. I played a wheel on this, so about 20% of the shares I have are free.
Okay.
So what I look for on my chart is slightly more tighter than yours.
Okay.
And that's because of really that recent trading range it's been in.
Mm-hmm. So you say let me draw this here. So like in here?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So are you just trading this range, Milt, or?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm trading the upper and the lower.
All right. What are you using for the uppers and lowers here?
Basically 20, a little bit over 2250. Actually, what you have at 2261, I have at 2250.
Okay. And what about the downside?
And the downside I have at 2150.
Okay.
So mine is pretty tight.
Okay. Let me keep adjusting it up. 2150. Hold on. Let me make it a little bit bigger so we can see a little bit better. Okay. So 2150. 2250 and 21. So you got about $1 range.
Yeah, basically. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. So in this, so just to explain it out for the people. I know what you mean on that, Milt, but so if it gets to what do you do? If it gets to another price, what you do?
Okay, basically what this means is above that 2250, I'm going to sell it. If it stays above that. Right now, it has not stayed above that, so I have not sold any. When it gets down below 2150, I buy.
Okay.
So basically, right now, I'm just range bound. I'm not really doing anything on it.
Okay.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How long do you wait for it to stay above before you sell?
Normally a day or so.
Okay.
Because I have to see a clear break of this pattern.
Right. Okay.
Good question. All right, good stuff. Like that, Milt. And so in this, Milt, now, are you typically a trader, or you're a buy and hold, or a combination of the both?
I'm a combination. I own shares of this, and I own options of this.
Okay.
Well, let me retrace. I sell options of this, I should say.
Okay. All right. So we may talk about that a little bit later, but let's get through these other ones. But yeah, definitely thank you for your insight on that, Milt. All right. Barry, you got Tesla. Let's go to Tesla here. See a Tesla. It failed. Let's see. Your entry price was 700, down to 697. Guess we should be able to see it here. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, I gotta change that to 690. Price was 690. Okay. Okay, no, your entry price was $790. Yeah, so I got it right. $700.92. It's trading at 699.10. So talk to me on this chart, Barry. Okay, we don't even. Yeah, there we go. Are you there, Barry?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So talk to me about this Tesla chart.
Let's see. Above the support. Let's see. It's look like it's going in an upward trend.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now, are you a support and resistance trader? What's your trading style? And given your trading style, are you a buy, sell, or hold at this point in your Tesla?
I'm a buy and hold. So
okay, so you're buy and hold. So you got 2 shares in this trading account. Do you want to continue to hold them?
If it goes in a downswing,
mm-hmm.
No, I'm not gonna continue to hold.
Okay. So given that, what's your stop loss price then? So you say if it gets down below what level are you looking to sell? Because we're at $6.99 now.
Let's see, $6.50.
Okay. All right. So back around this support area, if it breaks below there, then you're gonna be looking to sell. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good stuff. Any questions for Barry on Tesla?
So, Mike, typically, is that a good move?
It's one where, well, I'll let Barry answer that. Why would you sell at the support area as opposed to buying? What's your rationale?
Well, me is a certain risk factor as far as so if I know it's losing, I would just sell.
Okay. Okay.
Certain percentage to cut my losses. Now, if it goes past that support, I will start buying.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Thanks, Barry. That's good insight. So, guys, and why I'm deferring these questions to the owners of these stocks is because this is going to help you all to kind of work through, your rationale for why you do things. And as you want to make changes to your positions, we want to see why you do it. How is it reflected in the chart? Or sometimes you may just have a gut feel and you just say, forget the chart. This is what I want to do because I have a hunch here, and you can go with that, and that's perfectly fine. But we want you all to be able to substantiate, your reasons for doing something, and if you have, again, if it coincides with the chart or not. So, all right, let's see. All right, look like we got it. Is that Hassith? Is that Siri or Hasith? Who is that?
Hey, sorry, Mike. It's me, Siri.
Oh, okay. I thought it was you, Siri. How you doing?
Oh, yesterday he joined in this computer.
Okay.
Changes.
No worries, Siri. All right, we're just going through our plays that you got. So if you look here, your CHPT, your order filled at 2360, and so you're up like 20 cents. So let's go look at your chart and tell us about what you think the chart is saying in reference to where the stock is. Okay. So this is a chart on CHPT. What's your thoughts on it?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
I say, what are your thoughts on the chart? So what we want to do is, so each of us have a stock that we picked last week,
Okay.
right? So you have, this is yours, and so what we want you to do is say, hey, based upon my entry price, where I am, and what the chart is showing for my particular stock, what do I see that the chart is showing me, and based upon that, do I want to continue to hold the stock because I already own it? Do I want to sell, or do you want to buy more?
Yeah, I want to buy more.
You want to buy more? Okay, at this level, and what's your reasoning?
Uh, uh, 26, I think.
Okay, so you see 26 as an upside to it in terms of potential.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's I can see that. All right, so you're saying that now, right here, we looks like it was up for the week. You had a good Thursday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Well, Wednesday and Thursday. Then kind of a little bit down yesterday, but yeah, but it looks good, and definitely you're at support. So we got a huge support at this 20 level. Got a secondary level support at this 23, 23.12, and so say want to buy more. So let's see how many you got. So you used about 1,800 of your position. Let's do this. Let me get through the rest of the people, and then we'll go back and make adjustments to each position for everybody. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you, Siri. Let's see
Thank
who
you.
else we. Barry, Kyle. All right. What you got? Kyle, you had NIO. All right.
Leo ain't doing nothing. Leo ain't doing nothing.
Don't be so optimistic there, Kyle.
Yeah,
all right. Let's see. Neo.
I forgot what I had when I looked up there. I checked this out. Leo ain't doing nothing this week.
Yeah. So your entry price was 44.54, and it's trading at 44.85. So you're down a little bit.
I'm down a little.
But let's look at the chart. Let's see what the chart is telling you. So talk to us about this chart for Neil.
We're still I see a support area about 41-ish.
Okay.
So it's coming off a little support. It was a little flat for the last few days, but still at a good area to go up.
All right. So
got an upward trend a little bit.
All right. So you're gonna
got a little upward trend. So
gonna
sell a long time.
Sell a hold.
Do I hold it?
Okay.
Hold it.
All right. Hold it. No, I'm just trying to figure out, because see, that's the whole purpose of having these stocks in here, is to say, hey, are you gonna make any adjustments to what you have, or you're gonna stay pat, or you're gonna add more? So
I'm holding. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sell on a loss.
All right. Got it.
I could buy some. I could buy some more shares. I could buy some other stuff.
Okay. All right. Deke, let's go to Wingstop. Talk to me about this chart.
All right, let's see. Wingstop. But I've watched them. They've added the thighs to their menu also. I looked at the commercials they're running also.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they're selling plenty chicken right now.
Okay.
But I see on my resist support here, I would hold, because I've been watching Wingstop for the longest, man. I would just keep investing in it.
Okay. Well, good. So let's see. You put in for. All right, so we're going to get the 7 shares. So that should fill this week, and we'll be able to track it from the actual entry price there. All right. Did I miss anybody that's on? Let me see.
Just a quick comment on Wingstop, because I just looked it up, and when its reportings was. So I thought it was interesting. It had that big drop after earnings, but then that next day it immediately shot back up, which kind of indicates a little bit of a strength there, which I thought was interesting.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Brent. Let's get to Let's get to Amazon. Well, talk to me about Amazon here. This Amazon chart.
Yeah, hold up. I just picked that one arbitrarily. I probably want to give a look at some more.
Okay.
More consideration. So
Yeah.
pass.
Who?
I said I want to give more consideration. So just pass on me this week.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just let me know and we'll update that.
All right.
All right. So I remember last week, Brenda. Well, before I transition, do anyone want to make any adjustments to what they already have? If they have any more money left, that they want to buy more. So I know Brenda said that she wanted to look at ATVI.
I would like to add also.
Okay. All right. So Brand, you got to. So what we say? ATVI 30 shares. Let's go over here. Let's put that trade in. TVI. Buy 30. Market. View. Trade. Okay. All right. So that'll get filled this week. Also, Vanessa. What company you wanted to add to? Did you want to add to your existing or?
Add to existing.
Okay, gotcha.
PHO.
What's PHO?
It says it's a water resource fund.
Okay, Invesco Water. Okay, so it's this is an ETF. All right, let's look at that. I wanna see something. All right, let's see. Profile. I thought we'd have some more stuff in the profile, but let's Google it real quick. Invesco Water Resources. Let's see here. So if you ever get an ETF, one of the things you want to do is you want to go out here and see kind of what what the ETF tracks, because typically an ETF is going to have multiple companies that it buys. So you want to see the different companies that make up the overall ETF. So ETF is just like a mutual fund. The main difference is when you buy a mutual fund, it only has one price per day, and that price is computed after the market close. Whereas an ETF, the price is changed throughout the day, and it trades just like a stock does. So you can buy it based upon whatever is trading at that current time when the market is open. So that's one of the main differences, and a little bit difference probably in the fee structure, but nonetheless, so we can see Invesco Water Resources. These are the companies that it holds. So just to get an idea of what it holds. Now I'm trying to see any of these names that I recognize. So a lot of these some of them may be global, or not global, but national companies, and maybe some foreign companies in here. But then some of these may be specific to different parts of the country as well. So I'm familiar with American Water Works. Then so you got California Water Group. Let's see any others that I recognize. Nah, I think I recently just that's a different company here. Yeah, but so at least get an idea of what companies make up the ETF, and then also looking in here as well as looking to see
what number, which one you on?
Hey, go on mute, Barry. I think it's you. The other piece of this is you can see the percentage of the fund that it owns as well. So it's look like the highest holder is like 8% of the fund is Roper Technologies. So So just FYI on that. So going back to the chart. So Vanessa, talk to us about this chart here.
Well,
So
it's, I mean, yeah, it's just been constantly going up. I mean, if you go back all the way back to, if you like do a max out, it just kind of like it's at its high.
Oh, wow. Good gracious. Guess water is the place to be, huh? Yeah. This goes back to 2006. So 13 to 53 is a pretty huge run. So, okay. I might have to add that to the watch list. Let's see.
Yeah, it just creeps up a little bit, a few cents every day.
Okay. All right. Add that. Okay. Thank you. All right. So let's draw our support and resistance on here. Let's go through this, Vanessa.
I would say support would be, where is it? Right, wherever it was, right above when Corona hit, and I guess that'll be the support.
Okay. All right.
Right before Corona hit. So I would say that would be the support.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
And I guess to the highest the resistance.
Yeah, I would draw a couple within there, so I'll look for these valleys. So if we make it a little bit bigger, so we can see a little bit better. So I would probably take this and maybe split in the middle. Probably draw that as a resistance, and then here you're looking for horizontally where did it stall out several times. So in this area, in this area, in this area. So I definitely would draw. I'll probably take it right in between and draw that. And the reason for that is you can look at this as being like a triple bottom. There. And also you want to utilize your trend lines as well. So you can get the horizontal too. And all you need is 2 points. So I'm taking the bottom of that wick and I'll take the bottom of this bar right here, this red bar, and then I'll just extend out. All right. And now I could have also taken that same bottom wick, but use the bottom of this bar as well, and that would give me a different deal. Now let's just talk about the difference in the two real quickly. So here when it got down, if I'd have drew that higher trend there based upon this candlestick, let me get it where we can zoom in. Based upon this one here, if I'd have taken that slope, then it would have been much more. So you can see that would have got a breach here at this area of that. Now, neither one are wrong. It's just really your personal preference in terms of where you draw. So would have got a breach here and then had started a new trend there, right? So really, I guess if we wanted to be technically correct about it, is if I drew the top one, the trend would have been broken right here, and it would have stopped it at that point, and then started a new trend here using this bar and another point. So if I do that, so either I could have this one and say, so I take the bottom of that bar and that point, so I would have two trends with that trend being broken and that one reverse, or it just took the longer trend. And sometimes it just really depends on where you're drawing it from in terms of the time frame. So that's just a difference on that. But the overall point is that if I took that one or not, if I didn't take that one, you can just look at it and see that you're in a uptrend because it's moving up and to the right. So again, I'll just take the shorter, the kind of the more conservative trend. And you can see that you're just getting touches off that trend. Touch here, touch there, and it's still obeying it. So this is a good stock. It's just moving up, and you can see here that this triple bottom was definitely a major support, and it just bounced off that pretty hard, and it's just been up. So if you chart this just from a percentage perspective, you say, hey, and that's just since March. So you say from March to where we are, you're talking a 24% move. That's huge. that's a huge move since March. So no, I like that. So given that, Vanessa, let's see how much you got left. What did you have here? All right, so you got about right around $1,000 left for that.
Yeah, I'll just go. I'll get maybe let's see. Is it? What was the price? I forgot what the price
I got
was.
it. Hold on, let me copy this over. I'll tell you in 1 second. I think it was like 50 something bucks.
Okay. We'll just go ahead and use the rest of it.
Yeah, so
I think it's
57.
I think it's maybe like
6
maybe
shares.
okay.
So 12 shares. 18 shares. Yeah, so 17. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we say, 17. Yep. Okay. All right. Anybody else want to add to a position? Yes, no, maybe. All right. Sorry, log back in here. So we put this order in for that PHO on the 17 shares. Okay. All right. So once that fills, we can get that adjusted this week and see what the entry price is. And now you all start to, manage your portfolios based on that. Did I miss anybody in the list? Let's see, we still got 11 people on, so no new people. Okay. Yeah, once you find out, Walt, too, what you want to change the Amazon for, we can go back and swap that out. Let's see. Any other questions? Market related? Anything? Yes, no, maybe. Okay.
Wait, I think I might have one about the crypto space.
Okay, go ahead.
No, just obviously things are starting to move again. So, what's your take on that in terms of like it looks like everything's moving up?
Let's see. Let me hold that question 1 second. I'm gonna come back to that. Walt.
Yeah, no problem.
Let me go through this one last thing that Brenda brought up last week that's stock related. Then we'll switch
Yeah,
to
no
crypto.
problem.
All right.
No doubt.
Thank you. So Brent, I did go out and listen to this closing beat. I listened to, I think, their Monday session. And they provide a good overview for the Jazz Wealth Management. That was based on, they have a YouTube channel. So I listened to the guy, he gave some good analysis there. Just overall market trends, talked about a couple stocks. And so I thought it was a pretty decent overview of what's happening. And I think kind of along with that, you said that it was good for you to kind of hear some commentary on the market and that was helpful to have. So do you want to follow up any based upon that?
Yeah, I just listened to him and a couple of different others because I like hearing different perspectives. And it just helps with getting my ear used to the lingo and some of the definitions and some of the thoughts along the way during the week. Better information from him than others, but it's just always good for me to hear what's going on. I have no clue about otherwise.
Okay. Very good. Now, does any of you all...
And I think that, I don't know if I got any information about ATV. Like, I don't know if I got the information from some of that stuff about the ATV. So like, I would have never known about some of the Activision issues and stuff going on. And that's what I started to say earlier. And it's similar. That's where I got some information like about that Twitter and that phase last year when it went out of favor because people were boycotting it and whatnot. And I just found it interesting when everybody ditched it, then when I get contrary sometimes, then I just bought it while everybody was mad at it, figuring it would go up. And so that's the same play I'm going to try to do with Activision. Now, whether or not it acts as strongly as a Twitter, which, people are going to still use or not, I'm going to, just play it and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, so let's go back to that a little bit. Let's see if I can spell.
Yeah, one thing I want to say about Activision, one thing you may want to see if it has any upcoming games, and that would really pump the stock, I guess it does.
No, you were breaking up there at the end. What was that end comment?
He said,
"Oh,
go ahead, Milk."
You can finish.
Yeah, he was just saying if it has any, if there are any upcoming game releases for Activision, since it's a game publisher, that you may want to be looking at that as well to see what they have on their horizon and what they're going to release.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Yeah. So for everybody else, Activision is a video game maker publisher, and so they publish a lot of video games. I'm not sure what their Brenda, you know what their most active or most popular game that they have in their suite now?
I don't at the moment because I was looking at them and Take-Two, and my brain scrambles between the two of them, so I can't off the top of my head say, to be honest with you. I just waited until it finally had that pop up, what was it, 2% yesterday, and I figured, okay, maybe now it's not going to keep a waterfall drop and people are going to get back happy with it again.
Okay. So I just drew support and resistance pretty quickly here. So you can see if you want to look at horizontal support here, this has been a lot of support at this area. So if we just draw the number of touches here, so you say 1, 2, I'm gonna just draw this as a single one, but that's like 4 or 5 right in there. Then it broke down to this next area of support at this. So this 75, 78 area, and we're back here again based on, I guess, Monday or Tuesday's move. So those are definitely areas where the stock has shown a lot of promise for buyers coming back in. Now, one of the things, and we talked about this a little bit last week. Look at these 4 points here, and then look at the corresponding volume in that range. So you see where we are here, volume. See where we are here, volume. See where we are here, volume. And then we got a bit of a spike in this area. That bar, and that bar above what the averages are, right? And has some here as well. I kind of missed that. Has some in that area. But look at the volume that you have here. Enormous versus what you had even in these other ones, right? So you're talking, 20, 30% more at that volume level. So here was a down volume, but then you had subsequent buy volume that was, back up very high from this area. So I would say that this, and one thing about really, really unusual volume, I've heard a guy say this, and it's not absolute, but I would add it to the toolkit. And that is on unusually high volume, typically it's a precursor to a turn on a stock. So this unusual high volume really showed a drop. Then it kind of just went sideways. And then this unusual high volume here is possibly showing that it's a pivot and it's turning going the other way. So just FYI. So you want to look at volume and see so this kind of this shaded area here is an average volume. So if you say, what's the volume number? So it looks like average volume is 525, whereas here the volume for that day was almost 5 times what the normal volume is. Maybe 5, maybe 3 times what the normal volume is there, right? So, and then again here you had higher volume, so you're getting more volume here. And again, so where you had this downward pressure, so even if you look at this trend here, right? So you see you're trending down, but the lower you got in this trend coming from here, so you can say the trend started here, right? But as the trend is going lower, and particularly this day, there was a huge amount of selling. But after that day, look at the buyers. So you got more buyers than sellers here, more sellers, more buyers, more seller. So you got, buyers and sellers are alternating days in these 4 bars here, right? But you get a big buyer, people come in and buy in this day, right? Off of that low of the previous day. So you got a lot of buyers. Another thing to do is look on these candlesticks, and this gives some information. Whenever you had a long tail, what this says again, so a candlestick shows the body of the candlesticks is either going to show the buy or the open or the close. So if it's red, the stock opened here and it closed here. But these wicks, or what I call them, the stems, either at the top or the bottom, that's going to be the absolute high and the absolute low for the day. So what this shows is at some point throughout this day, this stock got as low as $77, but the time that it actually closed for the day, it was $79. So you had people buying at 77 and bought it back up from 77 lows of the day to close at 79.76. So when you see long tails like this, sometimes they can be precursors that you got buyers coming in because the stocks were lower on the day, but it closed higher. Same here. Stocks were lower on the day, closed higher. Now, if you had taken that same approach and you had bought it here and you say, okay, that's the same thing that I'm seeing, but you may have thought the run was over, but it wasn't because you got subsequent days down. But what's the difference in here is that your follow-on day, it held. You got a follow-on day that it held. It dropped a bit, but it held again. And again, one thing that you want to look at from here, this was a low. Do you have lower lows or do you have higher lows? So this is a low. This is the next low. Is this low here compared to this low, lower or higher? So it's higher. Is this subsequent low here, using this as the standard? Is this low here a higher low? Yes, it is. Is this low here a higher low? So you got higher lows. So you can start to see this trend reversing. If it continues, you should get, upward movement. But at a very minimum, what you want to see is if the stock either just goes sideways, which is fine, and it doesn't get back to this area, or it continues to go higher. Now, if it actually breaks down and gets below this low, then we could be in a new down, that this downtrend can be extended. But if it breaks this trend and just starts to trade above this trend line here, then you can see that this will be the new start of the trend if it can ever break above this 82.16. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And I appreciate that technical breakdown, since I'm just going on, news and people behavior. So
yeah,
I appreciate the technical behind that.
Yeah, and that's why we look at these charts, because one of the things, so typically I'll look at a daily, I'll chart it up just like we did. I'll draw whatever I draw here. And then sometimes I'll go out to the weekly because I want to see, does what I saw in the view just so look at this. This is my daily view, right? So this is all I can see. I'm gonna get about a year's worth of time. But when I go out to a weekly, how much more information does it give me that I didn't have in that daily view when it was only looking at this level? So when I just did that, I had no idea about what I was going to see when I went on there. But look at what I found. Look at this. Look at that extra information that it's giving me. It's showing me that these were 2 previous areas that had a lot of that showed as resistance. So it's a resistance point there, is a resistance point here, and a resistance point here. And this is all within the same time frame. So when you think of, so we know a lot more than what we know, but we have to use this charting data to be able to think through and decipher what is it telling me. So let's talk about that. So this is what I saw before when I was looking at the daily. But when I go back here, I say, oh, this was a resistance area. This was a resistance area. And this also was a resistance area, right? So with those 3 being resistance areas, it's like I got history here, meaning that there were buyers that got up to this point. They ran it up. The buyers got exhausted. They pulled it down. Came back down to this area. They broke that previous resistance. They got to this resistance. Couldn't hold that price. Broke back down again. Got more support here. Drove it back up. Got to this area and broke down. But think of that. This is history that people have traded with this stock in, right? In that area, that's history that you can use, that people have, they remember. But look at how these points correspond to what we see now. Look at this point that's on this trend line here. But look here. This is on the same area, general area, horizontally, where this move stopped. And you got that bounce down intraday or intra-week, and it recovered. So having that prior history and looking, to me, this just shows that you got strong support anywhere between the 75 and 82. So if you want to start building a position here, you have a bunch of buyers. And so the thing is, do you have people that suffered through this extreme downturn? And you got to look at context, right? So this is May. So this is not even Corona, right? So this is May 19. Yeah, so this is Corona right here. So they had an extreme drop. So this probably was earnings related. Extreme drop off of this 81 to this low of 39, right? And this is February 19. But since then, you just been on a run, right? So looking back, taking a larger view than what you're currently trading in, sometimes it can give you some extra information that wasn't apparent if you're just looking in the view that you're trading. So if I'm trading on a daily chart, or I'm looking to enter a position on a daily chart, I may just want to go back and click on the weekly just to see. If I'm trading on, let's say if I'm trading on I'm trading on an hourly chart. If I'm trading on an hourly chart, I say, you know what, maybe I want to go out to a 4-hour chart to see what that context give me that the hourly chart didn't. So just FYI. All right. Hopefully that helped. Let's see. Okay, so Activision, Foe. All right. Any other stocks before we transition to the crypto that Walt wanted to talk about? Any other stock related? Okay. Let's go to crypto. All right. For those of you don't know, crypto, digital currencies, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, all of those. So let's look at some of the crypto. So I'll look at the Bitcoin market. So there's a chart on Bitcoin. So see, we got as low as 30,000, came back, but you can see here, we got this first run off of this bounce. I think this was a couple weeks ago, July 21st. So you're talking 29 to 41 down last week, like 4 days. And then now we're starting a new uptrend. So that uptrend was broken, then starting a new uptrend. So the last 4 days, so what's the day? Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. So it's making a run and it's broken out. Now so again, let's do that same thing. So let's look at the weekly on that, right? A little bit uglier. Let me kill all my drawings. Let me hide my drawings so we can see. So you can see here, sideways coming up. Now, so we broke this little area of resistance right here. We broke this little area of resistance because we started to close higher, right? And so now we want to see, we go back to my daily. Broke that area. Let's extend this here. So we finally broke that little top, because we just went sideways from May all the way over. And now we're getting out. Now we're higher. You see that? Now we broke that. And so really from a chart perspective, if I was just trading this purely on the chart, 57 might be in play if you can continue to get momentum and get a good run, because we don't have any more really true resistance right here. But now let's take what I just said earlier. Let's look at a larger context. All right. So what you show on this chart, you got a little resistance here at the 43, a little bit more at that 43. So you can have a little bit there, but you really don't start getting back up into other points until like 45-ish, 46-ish. So that can be the first stop. Second area is this 48. Third area is 53 before you get back up to the 57 area. So that's on Bitcoin. Let's look at the next biggest one is Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, they came out with some news on their crypto. They had a fork that went in. They introduced a new coding change that affected the network, and I think the fees were supposed to drop or something. So it looks like it's been favorable, the last 3 weeks based upon that, right? But again, it's going up. Let's look at it. Broke this same sideways. So this first top here, you can see that it took a while to break above that, but it did. So that's the first level broken. The second level right here, it just broke that in the last couple days. And so if it can get up, you may stop here. You may stop here on up to 39. So got a little ways, but definitely got momentum. And let's see if that coincides with the volume. So if you look here, you can see that this volume area down at the bottom of the chart here, that we're increasing. Because if I just draw this horizontally, change my drawing to. So, and you can see where you're getting higher. So you can see these points in the green, you got more points in the green that are higher than these points in the orange here. So you got volume increasing. And then another thing that you can look at is what is called total market cap volume, meaning how much money is in the crypto market in general, right? So this is the total market cap. So you can see we hit a bottom of 1.9 trillion in the crypto market, but now we're at to 1.7. So you got about a 70% increase in the amount of money that's in crypto. And then lastly, just what has happened over the last 4 or 5 days. So 1, 2. So really over 4 days, they've added $2.3 billion into the crypto market in the last 4 days. So you got Bitcoin, Ethereum. I'm trying to think let's look at something. So for those that want to follow more of this crypto stuff, if I can get my thing out of the way. Move. Oh, I'm sorry. So if you go out here to, I use this CoinGecko. So CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, these are, it's like, so market cap is nothing but the number of shares or number of tokens out times the current price. So it's a way of sizing the sizing an instrument. In this case, it's cryptocurrencies, but same thing in a stock fashion. So if you take an Amazon or Apple, you take the number of shares that they have outstanding times their current price, it'll give you a market cap number. And we just use that same thing on the cryptocurrency side. It's just a means of evaluating companies, right? But if you look here in terms of, so this is a list that shows the cryptocurrency prices by market cap, and it just shows you which ones have the most money in it, using that market cap calculation. And so Bitcoin, Ethereum. So the next one is look at Binance Coin. So Binance Coin is up. If I go back here, there's one good thing about TradingView is that, so like when I bring this up and I start typing a ticker in, you can see the different asset classes. So crypto is an asset class. If I just want to sort to just the crypto stuff, then I can look at I can look at the crypto related instruments. So they trade typically in a pair, the crypto name and then the underlying currency pair that it trades in. So this is BTC over the US dollar, right? So if I look at that, and that was like the same one that I was showing before, it's just a different, because it's pretty much the same one that I had before. All right, so I want to go to Binance. That was the third one that we were looking at. All right, so you can see here Binance bounced off the lows of 260, kind of went up, started to go a little sideways, hit this 303, and now it's past the 334, and we at the 354. So again, if you can look at this top here, we cleared that. Look at this trend. We're definitely in an uptrend, and so it's moving. And even if I didn't want to start with that huge bar there, I could shorten this trend up and move it and take it from there. But still, it's still holding that trend. Next stop, you might get some resistance here at this 374. Maybe a bit around 400, and then if you get back up here, this 417, that'd be great. But again, the trend is going in these the three biggest ones in crypto. So, well, I guess that's probably a really long answer to, is the crypto market going up? The short of it is yes. Looking at the three biggest coins.
Yeah. No, I knew that part. The question is in terms of deciding to buy on the uptick, should you just do it sooner than later, or like how do you predict if it's gonna? Because what I've been doing is I've been looking at the stuff, and I'm like, I think it's probably gonna drop, in the next day or two, and then every day it's just gone up, another 5% or whatever. So.
Well, so what I would do is definitely tell you to chart it just like you would the stuff that we do with charting the stocks.
Right.
All right. So if you just to look at this, got a triple bottom there, right? It held, just using Binance as an example, but it probably the same for Bitcoin. I know it's the same for Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So all right, let's just show them. So here's Ethereum, same thing, right? So if you go here, bottom. All right, so that first bottom happened from June 23rd to 26th. Second bottom, July 21st. All right, let's go back to what we just had in Binance coin. Let's see, June, July, same thing, right? So they're aligning. Now look at BTC. All right, June 21st, July 21st, right? So this confirms that this is the bottom that's in, right? It's in, you can even see here on the Bitcoin, it's got to this range 4 different times. If you use this $31,000 mark, right? Hit it 4 different times, and now we're up. When you start to see that, and you coincide down here with volume, look at that volume. Volume is picking up, as well as price. So it's the turn is in. Now the question is, to your point, where do you get in at? The easy money is made. Well, the first part of the trend is already started. Could this be the second leg of this trend? So if you were to measure this, can you get this move repeated? So you're talking 38%. So if you can get a 38% here, can this happen? It's possible. I mean, you should be able to get to this. The thing is, until this trend line is broken, it's still in effect. That's probably a better way to say it. Until you see this trend line breaks to the downside, and if it just keeps moving up and to the right, the trend is your friend. Just trade with it. Same thing here. Ethereum. Until this trend is broken, this trend here is even steeper. But so if I'm gonna take this point here and I'm gonna take this point here, right? Didn't mean to stop it there. I was just trying to. So I'm gonna take that trend right there, those 2 points. Till this trend is broken, keep, stay with it. Now, you may be saying to yourself, I don't know if I want to buy at this level. What I would do is say, let's just say if you had, let's say you had $500, right? You say, I want to put that $500 to work in the crypto market, but I'm not sure right now. Just break it up into 2 or 3 parts. Say just make it 4 parts for the simple math. Say I'm gonna buy, $125 worth right now. If it continues to go up and the trend continues to go, then I'll buy more higher and I'll buy more higher. That's a way that you can scale in and put something to work now without having to make a decision to put everything to work. Now, depending upon your risk tolerance, you may say, hey, I'm gonna throw the whole 500 in right now and then roll with it and then just watch the trend. Or you can scale into it. So, but the trend is in effect is going up. The chart is showing you it's going up. And now it's just a matter of you figuring out what your entry is and what particular crypto that you want to get in. So if you want to do one of those higher ones, or you want to look at, some of these cheapies and play it, but the trend is still there. So Matic is cheaper. This has made a huge run. Chainlink got down to 13, talking 24. Was that 30% move? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Can't do my math. 84% move. Not 30% move. Right. I meant almost a double. Yeah. So almost 100% move. So you're talking 83%, right? That's a huge move, right? Whereas, this Ethereum move, what is this? Well, I guess it was equally. I didn't realize Ethereum bounced that hard either.
Yeah,
right.
so I'm seeing
So
all
yeah.
this. All right.
So scale in, I would say put some money to work, even if you don't put it all in, and draw your trends, use TradingView, draw your trend lines. You should be using this anyway for your stock stuff. Draw your trend lines, get your watch list. You can just start typing, if you don't know what the tickers are go out here to coingecko.com. Here are the tickers for it. Same way. So let's say, for instance, let's do one that some of you are probably not familiar with. So I go in here and do theta. If I go back to here, I just start typing. So if I just say so if I click on crypto, TEHA, theta. All right. It's the same. It's a theta. It's a theta one. So you can see here 7. And if you just want to verify, so we say $7.04. Go back to CoinGecko theta, $7.06. That's the right one. So,
hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, quick question. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mess you up.
No, keep going.
You only stay in the 20, the range of coin market. You only stay from trading with 1 to 20 of those classifications as far as crypto, or you stay with 1 to 10.
I'm all across the board. So I've been in crypto for over 10 years, right? So I bought a little bit of everything. But what I'm holding currently, I got a few. I'm probably, let's see. I'm trying to think of the markets I got over here. So I got some Ethereum. I have some Cardano, Solana, Binance Chain, Matic, VeThor.
Oh, okay. So you don't stay in the top. You don't stay in the top 20 or 30 or whatever.
Yeah, but all of those that I named, they're probably top 50.
Okay,
so
got it.
Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Chain, Cardano, which is ADA, Polkadot. I got a little Uniswap. Got some VeChain. Got Solana. I had Solana. Should have bought that back. I kicked myself for not buying that one. Solana. I got some Internet Computer. Some Polygon. I got some of this theta that I've been holding for, I don't know, years.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, where'd you get that from? I can't find it. It says it's on Binance, but I can never.
Theta. So anything you want to buy, so you just click on it. If you go to CoinGecko, click on it. Then you scroll down, go to markets, and tell you what exchanges you can buy it on. So it's on.
I've been to Binance and.
Well, no. So you can't trade on Binance.com anymore because they're not allowing US, and the Binance US doesn't have theta. So where you're gonna have to go and buy that. I bought that so long ago before the US put restrictions in. So that's how I got Binance. But I'm trying to think, where did I buy Binance? Let me see if it's on. Actually, go to crypto.com and buy it. This is US based.
No, I have that too. It's not on there, but I can buy now. Maybe I can like swap it out or whatever. But
really, let's go.
I promise you, yeah. And yeah, I mean, I'll pop in now. Trust me, because that's the one I wanted to get on for a minute.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I'm on here now.
I thought they would have had the. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, so they don't have it where you can buy it. It's not, because I've been because I think that one got back down to like $4, and I want.
No,
really
here it is.
Yeah, let me see. Do you think?
No, here it is right here. Here it is right here.
I'm using the app, the phone app. Do you think there's a difference between using that and the browser?
Shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. If they got it on the desktop, you should be able to get it on the phone. But I'll paste this into the chat and you see if you can find it there.
All right.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that's what I use to find it on the desktop, and you should be able to find it. I don't have the crypto.com app on my phone, because if I would, I'd just pull it up, but I don't have it. But yeah, even if, and again, so you saw it there on crypto.com. Trying to see another. Yeah, I don't trade, like the exchanges I trade on is Binance.us and Coinbase. Those are probably my two that I do 90% of my trading on. If I do go beyond those, I may trade on Bittrex. And sometimes, like, so for instance, here's a coin that I think only trades on. They don't trade it in a whole lot of places, but I think Bittrex is one. Yeah. So Bittrex is another exchange that I trade on, and I've traded on them a lot in the past, but in the last few years, I really haven't traded on unless I can't find something within those first two. So, but you should be able to find data on crypto.com.
All right, I'll look in the chat, and then for the sake of time, I'll hit you up offline off of here. But,
okay, that works. All right. Any other crypto or anyone else want to talk crypto while we're here? Going once, going twice. So, all right. Again, thank everybody for your time and attention. For the new guys, your trades should get filled on Monday. Then we'll start tracking those. Walt, get back at me in terms of what you want to swap this Amazon out for. And I think that's it.
Oh, quick question, Mike.
Yes,
on
sir.
that crypto moves so fast. Are you setting up alerts and stuff?
Yeah, on some of the apps, like on Coinbase, I know you can set alerts. Even on, so like I said, so you heard me say Binance.com. You can trade on here. I know they're in Georgia. They're in most states. I think it's only like 7 or 8 states that you can't trade in Binance US. But yeah, they allow for alerts here on the matter of fact.
And then I use CoinGecko. You can set alerts on there. Sometimes I found that when I do Binance or whatever, it's not in real time. By the time I get the alert, it's already moved a lot. But I found CoinGecko, when you set the alert for it, it's like in real time, and so when it comes up, you can go over there right at that moment and buy or trade whatever you want. Yeah, the CoinGecko app will tell you. You can set them up.
That's good to know. Well, I didn't even know you could set alerts on CoinGecko.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Here you go.
It's tight because you can do it at when there's a 5% drop, 10% drop, 20% drop, and then when it increases by 5, 10, or 20%, it'll let you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
good stuff.
so
Good stuff.
I got a bunch of them for my favorite ones. So as soon as there's any kind of real movement, 5 to 10% either way, it'll let me know.
Now, are you selling that 5%, or you just
I'm not. I'm not personally, just because the ones I do have, I believe in the mission, and so I think I'm just gonna hold them at least for a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, at least to at the very least to before that huge crash happened in May, the end of May.
Yeah, I wish I would have bought a whole bunch, but yeah.
Yeah. So if we got enough interest to do crypto, we can do a crypto only meeting and get into the specifics of crypto, because if you think there's a lot of stuff to learn in stocks, it's way more in crypto. But if y'all have the appetite and the desire, let me know, and we can set up something and do crypto as well.